My thing is, if we're gonna make it equal, why don't we actually make it equal?
That's
like,
what,
why don't men get to like sign off on child support?
Yeah.
Personally, in first world, it would all be banned.
that is literally
But
what
my
I'm about to
question
say.
is like, why don't the pro-choice people give men an out because we give women an out?
Because
well,
the child
can
support's
I-
for the child.
Well,
Hey gang, how you doing again? So on this video, I want to talk about how the feminists have won. How the feminists have won. The feminists have won because, you know, a lot of modern North American women have bought into the bullshit, right? They're now taking page from the feminist doctrine, and they're going out and they're spewing it out there in the world. And the sad thing for them is, you know, what most of them are looking for, they won't get, because feminism leaves women single, right? 100%, right? And the only kind of man that a feminist woman will end up being with is either a guy who's a beta male, a simp, right? Or a feminine guy who has no play and no woman ever talk to him. When a feminist woman go out and get a guy that will marry her, is normally the guy that they have no regard for. And this guy's basically bottom of the barrel guy, right? Three guys, like I said, three type of guys that they end up with, right? Beta male, simp, and feminine guys that are not very appealing to even the average woman. They literally run every kind of man they want away by their attitude, right? The words that come out of their mouth, the feminist, the feminist ideology, the feminist, language, so to speak, that when they're talking to a guy, he can pick up off it right off the bat. And sometimes they don't have to say anything. It's just their body language tell this man that this woman is a feminist, run for the hills. And a lot of men they ain't giving these women the time of day. The only time an average guy will give the feminist woman a time of day is if he's gonna get a piece of ass. If he's gonna hit it, he will play around with it for a while. And now once he hit it, and then he started getting to life with her and see how nasty and how disgusting her attitude is, then he runs for the hills, right? And these women are not wife material, not by a long stretch. And it is crazy to me why some of these women are actually looking to marry. Like, who are you looking to marry? And the thing is, and they don't want to admit it, but a feminist woman would prefer to be with an alpha male, right? The only problem with that is they don't know how to accommodate a man like that, right? Because they know being with a man like that, you can't be a feminist, right? You have to come in this relationship being submissive and being open to follow this man and go by his rule, not by yours. You can't play by your playbook, and you can't play by the feminist playbook by being with an alpha male. Because the thing they like with the alpha male is that this is a guy that he takes charge, right? This is a guy that he will make sure that you're covered, because a part about him being an alpha male is getting everything under control, right? His finances, his business, or his job, and most definitely his relationship. And his woman got to be under control, right? You can't tell this man, oh, I don't want to cook, I don't want to clean. Because I think about the alpha male, he can pick up a feminist woman just like that, right? Because just by his being, just by what he says and her reaction tells him right off the bat, this woman's a no-go, right? Because they don't hide and they don't front who they are, right? So right off the bat, an alpha male, a stand-up guy, can tell a feminist woman right off the bat by just, having a conversation. And probably maybe 10 seconds in the conversation, he can tell that this woman's a feminist and this is a dead end, right? Because there's a certain attitude that feminists have, and a lot of times when a feminist is talking to a guy, they look for trigger words. They listen for all these trigger words to trigger them off, and they try to set him straight. They try to check him. And an alpha male and a stand-up guy don't like that shit. Trying to show a woman and try to tell her something that has value, and then she try to turn around and check him. For him, that's a write-off, right? He knows I'm not even going to go here, because he knows what kind of woman he's dealing with. And these feminist women set off a certain kind of energy that they don't realize that that energy is a man repellent, right? It sends man running for the hill. And the only type of guy they're going to end up with is a Stedman kind of guy, right? The pushover kind of guy, the guy that was a carpet, right? A guy that eventually some of them will even cheat on this guy, right? This is the guy that she said, oh honey, I'm going on a Thursday night. Okay, oh honey, I'm going to go away for a week with my girlfriend. That's okay, right? Because this man stands for nothing. And the thing they like about a stand-up alpha male is he stands for something. And this is my way. He's not going to follow you. You better follow him, because he's not going to go where you're going, right? And some of these women need somebody that they can follow. They want a man that they don't have to think all the time. And that's what you get with the alpha male. With the alpha male, you don't have to think because he's the one that lead in charge, right? Because as much as women say they want to lead, really they don't want to lead. They're just saying that because the feminist bullshit that they've been listening to, telling them you should make a man take control. You shouldn't make it control you, right? But in reality, they actually need a man to take charge because for them, they don't have to think about it. They can just go with the flow, right? So this is why the feminist movement have won, and because they have won, a lot of women have been hurting because of that. Okay, so that's what I want to say on this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have a comment, drop a comment in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel Masculine Revolution, and I will see you on the next video.
If women are getting what they want, why are women so unhappy? So apparently since the 70s, women have become more and more unhappy. But that's funny because it seems to me that the rights of women, the feminists have won. So if the feminists have won and we have all the freedoms and all the equalities, then why are women reporting lower happiness levels than men or the same?